How's it going, everybody? This is TheRedHeadGamer, and it is currently 12:43 a.m. I am tired as heck, and my head's all lightheaded, and I think I have a cold, so bear with me here if you can. Anyway, that tsunami wiped out a good bit of our stuff, so I gotta rebuild the college on top of the ruins of the old one, which got totally smashed. Even though supposedly all the other buildings around it are perfectly fine, no water damage or anything, which is just, I don't know, it's amazing. I don't know how to describe it. I think it was like a blessing from the Demon Lord which destroyed all my buildings or something. I'd have to blame all the secret and evil communists for that. I just don't know how else all those other buildings could have survived. Unless they were like, you know, friends with the Demon Lord or something. Or maybe they made a deal with communists and they sold their souls for equality or whatever those people believe. Oh man, my head is so light right now, it's killing me. This is gonna be a great commentary, as you can already tell. What am I doing? I don't even know anymore. There's no reason to live here.
This is a glorious day for the freedom of speech in Tropico. Our fellow citizens will now have the privilege of seeing El Presidente's beautiful face every day in their living room thanks to our new television station. Be prepared for quality television programming, which includes shows such
What
as
matter requires
All
Presidente's
Presidente's
attention?
Children, As Tropical Turns, and The Bull and the Presidente.
Ajá. ¿Qué necesitas?
Yes, that is very beautiful. Now people can see El Presidente every day on their TVs. Beautiful, is it not? I have no other way to describe it except amazing.
Presidente, Tropicans.
Seriously, Tropicans?
A decisive victory for our brave soldiers, Commandante.
Good, the rebels have been repelled. But seriously, Tropicans, I thought we've been through this a million times already. I know I am in the hearts of you. I am in your hearts, and you do not want to elect anybody else.
Sir,
So
the
why
army
should we
is
even
in
have
dire need
elections?
of facility.
Anyway, I'm gonna dismiss that because I have so many quests now. It's not even funny. And I should probably repair this armory so it works fine. Oh man. I'm so tired right now, it's insane. Dude, look at the ceiling, man. There's pipes everywhere. Oh, and it turns out I won't be moving into my dorm today because it's 12:47 a.m. but I'm gonna be moving in tomorrow on Monday, and that's gonna be great joy. You know, I'm gonna have great fun recording these commentaries with my roommate, just sitting there like talking about random stuff or my daily life. He's just gonna be sitting in the back there eating ramen noodles, just looking over at me going, what the heck's this guy doing? And I'm gonna be laughing the entire time because I planned this all out from the beginning. We're also gonna build a science center or whatever you want to call it right here to get some, you know, intellectual thoughts or something. You know, whatever those fancy smancy intellectual, you know, I like to call them rebels, but they're intellectuals, whatever they prefer to call themselves, you know. Make them a little bit happier so they don't get too jumpy with their crazy thoughts that the Demon Lord doesn't exist. I mean, who thinks about that?
Somebody has been turning your own people against you, Presidente.
And now, a message to the strikers from the bottom of my heart. People, I know your life is hard, but what about the life of El Presidente? Do you know he gets no salary at all? That he works for free without holidays? What if he goes on strike? What will happen to Tropico then?
I agree, these people are very ungrateful for the glory and greatness El Presidente has brought to Tropico. Everything he has done has made Tropico better, and yet they are mad at him. How dare they go against Tropico and El Presidente?
Muy buena. ¿Qué?
The very nerve that they would do that is a sign of great disrespect. This music is amazing.
¿Qué? ¿Qué ocurre?
I just love Tropico's music. It
Sí.
makes you feel so
Okay.
calm and just relaxed, you know, while you
Okay.
play this
Uh-huh.
game. I mean, you could be doing the most horrible things imaginable. I mean, you could be finding whole races of people and sticking them in prisons, or you could be, you know, shooting people on sight, marking them as heretics, you know, starving people to death. But this such upbeat and happy music just plays in the background, and you feel as if though you're not alone in this world. That what you're really doing ain't that evil. You're doing it for the greater good of mankind. Tropico cannot prosper unless you do these hard tasks. These hard tasks that have been given to you by the Tropican people. Although they may not agree with them, you must do them in order to make sure that Tropico prospers under your rule. Simple as that, people. Many people will call you a tyrant, a dictator, a baby killer, but in the end, you must do it to make sure Tropico prospers under your rule. Simple as that. You know? Oh man, college is gonna be fun. I can already tell.
You need
That's sarcasm, by the way. I think it's gonna suck, but, you know, it ain't gonna be that bad, I'm sure. I'm just crying and complaining a lot today.
Presidente, do you
No, I will not free my mind, because I am El Presidente. It is the peasants who should free their minds of all their wants and needs, and simply listen to my commands like the puny little insects they are. But they still refuse to do such a simple task, and that leads to problems, and, you know, murder, and all that other crazy crap that goes on here in Tropico. It's because people cannot follow simple freaking orders when I give them. You know? I've been saying you know a lot. Oh, that's not cool. That's a nice ship though, look at it. Collecting great Tropican beef and taking it to other nations around the world so that Tropico may flourish. That is the very meaning of being a Tropican. Working for your great nation until the very end.
comrade?
Sure, we'll pay you, USSR. Take the freaking money, nobody cares really. I mean, it ain't like we have much use for it anyway with all these Tropican peasants. They'll be paid though, unfortunately. I find it kind of weird that I can't take away their full wage. That'd be hilarious just to watch people walk around in the streets working like slaves for nothing. It would also be kind of funny if you could build like a pyramid. I know that sounds weird, but just imagine having like a ton of Tropican slaves building yourself a huge pyramid for lulz, you know, just like, yeah, build me a pyramid, noobs, and they just start building it. I mean, you have the mausoleum, but really it's not the same, because pyramids are awesome and they're triangles, so, you know, triangles, man, come on, just don't argue with my logic. Triangles are amazing. They're one of the best shapes out there, next to the circle, and maybe, you know, the square. You know, a lot of people like to say that the square is like a bad shape, you know, because people like to say, oh, you're a square, you know, if they're trying to call you like a nerd or something, but man, squares are awesome, dude. I mean, just look at any box you've ever received, man, they're square shaped usually, or they're rectangular, but, you know, nobody says you're a rectangle, because if they said you're a rectangle, that just sound weird, you know, it doesn't have that kick to it, or that amount of pizzazz, you know, so they say square. But, you know, squares and rectangles are cool shapes, I'm just saying that now. I mean, rectangles, man, like, you ever seen a McDonald's apple pie? Yeah, man, they're rectangled. Or how about a chocolate bar? Rectangles. Boxes are square. Some brownies are square. Those
What is it now?
those really amazing what do you call them? Oh yeah, pizza. No wait. Would you guys call pizza pockets square or rectangles? I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I've seen ones that could pass off as a square, but I've seen some that look more rectangular than square. I really don't know right now. I also built my mausoleum there, so when El Presidente does die, he'll have a resting place, so that all Tropicans may remember his great glory.
Are you a
And
rebel?
then, you know, look at our cattle ranch over here. It's doing great. It is prospering under the rule of El Presidente. Everything that is done here is done for the good of all Tropico. Simple as that. We also got this nice little satellite to spy on them damn dirty capitalists and communists, just in case they decide to come here and destroy the word of the Demon Lord, or to disrupt El Presidente's plans. It's all part of their great conspiracy to sow the seeds of discontent amongst the people of Tropico, but unfortunately for them it will not work. Because I've already planned everything out, and they really aren't gonna get far. Cause, you know, that's just how I roll. Yeah, my slang is horrible, dude. Like, I don't know. I grew up speaking, you know, very simple phrases like, hey, dude, and what up, man, and yeah, that's awesome, man, and like, crazy stuff, basically, you know, and like, it comes out when I talk. You know, I can't, it's hard to break through, but man, it's come so natural to me, but people don't like that. It's like, really? But whatever, I can't blame you. I listen to myself sometimes and I'm like, wow, I sound really dull when I do that. I really gotta stop saying the same thing over and over. And yeah. Man, look at these peasants. They're just walking around, you know? It's like they're just waiting to die or something. It'd be kind of cool if I could, you know, command my peasants to build a giant, what do you call it? Magnifying glass, yeah, and just burn these people like ants, you know, or like those old plastic toy soldier army pieces you used to play with when you were little. You know. I always wondered what this one army soldier was, you know, like the guy who had his arm out. And like, I didn't even know until I was like 6 that that was a radio. I mean, I thought it was like a weird gun, or it was like a grenade or something, but then like I looked at it and I'm like, oh, that's a radio. Wow. You know. I was a little stupid. Still am, sort of. I mean, I'm not like completely stupid,
Talk fast.
but I can understand some stuff, you know. Well, I'm only stupid in certain areas, like I can't do math for crap. Let's just put that out there, you know. I'm not a math person. I'm a book type of person, you know. I never had good grammar. Man, history was amazing. I loved history. I loved reading comprehension, man. That stuff was amazing. You know. I was also that kid in school who was nervous as hell when it came to talking up in front of big groups, you know? I mean, I was that way up until like, what, 10th grade? Then it just came naturally after a while. I was still a little nervous though. I mean, like, I remember one time in business, I just freaked out hardcore. Oh man, it was horrible. Like, I started stuttering and everything when I was talking, and it was just horrible. I was so nervous. But after a while, it just kind of goes away, you know? I kind of realized, you know, what's the point? They aren't gonna do anything. You know, even if I mess up, who cares? I mean, these losers make mistakes themselves, so why should I care about my mistakes, you know? I don't know, I'm going crazy right now.